What's up, Sound Shapers? This is Nick Johnson, and today we are shaping a song from the archives. I went on my hard drive and I started looking at beats that never got finished. And most producers have a good amount of beats that they could just open up and start working on because they never fully finished a beat. So today is a great example of how the past can inspire the present. I made this beat around in 2023, and after hearing it, I was thinking it could add, or it could use some more drums. And so I'll show you the beat. This is what we're working with today. Starts off with piano. Here comes some tabla drums. So after hearing that, I started to picture some more modern type of drums to be added that are more simple, so it can allow the tabla drums not to be the only focus in terms of the drums. But with the new addition of something simple, I think it's going to make those tablas sound really special. So let's go ahead and dive in to the process. We're going to be pulling our sounds from the SP-404 and recording straight into Pro Tools. So you'll be able to see what that process looks like. And today we're going to start with a hi-hat. This is what the hi-hat sounds like. It's got some cool like noisiness to it. That noisiness, I like sounds like that because that noise can actually add to the rhythm once placed in a kit. So let's see what we can come up with for the hi-hat. I think when the bass comes in, we'll start. I liked when I started playing the triple hit into the double hit instead of the double hit first. So let's hear that. So I picture that being a good loop. Let's go ahead and make sure these hi-hats are on time. I find a clear hi-hat hit. I go to the very beginning of the audio. I make a separation using the B key. And this will be our hi-hat note. We're going to put one right here, here, and here. Oop, more like here. We take our hi-hat now, all 4 bars, and we loop that, make it 8 bars. Okay, those all sound in time, and so now we can add the kick. The kick sounds like this. Let's go ahead and add that. Very simple. And we want simplicity because of those tablas. they're so complex in their rhythm that we need something simple to complement the complexity. So we'll go ahead and select one of these kicks. That's a clean kick. We want one here. And basically that's what repeats every single time, is those 2 hits. So we'll go ahead and grab those 2 hits and loop that through the full 8 bars. So we may not be done with the kick, but we're going to add the snare first, because we need that placement of the snare to decide if we need to do anything more to the kick. Here comes the snare. It sounds like this. And we'll put it in. So I know for sure we want it to hit right on that bar every single time. So let's go ahead and grab the very beginning of that and bring it to the bar. So let's go ahead and loop that. Okay, that's sounding pretty good. I think we can make the kick a little more punchy. We can allow it to cut through a little better. What we can do for that is some analog compression. We'll use the WA2A on the kick. Let's see what happens. Make this 0. Some peak reduction. That's got a good sound to it. So there we have a compressed kick. Now we can compress the snare so it matches that kind of presence that the kick has. We'll start with listening to the compression settings that the kick has on the snare. Okay. What we can do here is we can bring some of this peak reduction down. Yep. A little bit more. Let's go ahead and group these drums together and put some final processing on to shape them and mix them into the music. Okay, so now you'll notice all the drums are being routed into this drum bus. So the processing we can put on, we'll start with the decapitator. Without it. With it. here, we could also add a little bit of reverb. Let's try that out. And let's go ahead and keep this hi-hat off of the bus. So we'll take it off that bus, 2930, make it out 1 and 2. Bring down the snare a little bit. Bring it back up. And now we'll cut some of the high end off the reverb. Just a little less reverb. Nice tabla delay going into this break here. And so now that completes the drums. From here, what my process looks like is I'll take it and export it out of the computer, and I'll listen to it in the car, and I'll live with it. When I live with it, I consider if it's done or not. And because every artist needs to decide when their art is done. And so that's part of the finalizing process that I have. I take it out into the real world, and I just listen to it for a few days, and I make sure that it sounds great. But for now, I think this is doing the trick. So let's go ahead and take our final listen to this piece of music from beginning to end. While you're listening, go ahead and think of one word that describes how this piece of music makes you feel. Go ahead and put that in the comments. I can't wait to see how you guys perceive this music, and it'll be fun to see that in the comments. So, without further ado, here we go. Little less reverb. I love this part. So there you go. While it's fresh in your mind, put that one word that you have that's going to describe this beat in the comments. I'm Nick Johnson. You have been with me on Sound Shapers. That is this channel. I really greatly appreciate you guys watching and sticking around this long. And I look forward to catching you guys on the next video. So you all stay inspired.